I can't really tell where his head is.
It's the $1.25 tree now.
It's it looks really good. It looks really, really good.
So what do you think of this dragon mode?
It looks better in this picture. If this was MP size, would you get it?
No.
So this is where you like, I think I know you, and then you change on me. I thought you would love this figure.
What do you think about those prices?
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how much I paid?
Welcome back, BBC fans, to this very festive episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm your Con James.
And I am your bot Bobby.
And we have quite a bit of news to go over. As you can see, both of us are in the holiday spirit. When you guys watch this, it'll be about 2 days before Christmas. Are you expecting anything this Christmas, Bobby?
Considering that I had an unexpected error issue at my house that I'm having to pay for, I don't see us doing anything dramatic. I just have family in town, and that will be my Christmas gift, I guess.
Well, that's fun. It's pretty much the same thing here, just having a grand old time with family. I did want to know that there's a whole bunch of Transformers still on the shelves, and they're 30% off. I don't think I've ever seen that during December, ever. So usually it's wiped out by now. I found that kind of interesting.
I have not been in the stores actually this week because I've had somebody at my house working on something, but that is interesting. Maybe I'll sneak away tomorrow.
Yeah, it was Target. Well, before we get into it, thank you to everybody that subscribed. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this journey of plastic crack. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you as well. We really appreciate it. And Bobby, where should they go to pick their Transformers up?
Definitely go check out our family at the Chosen Prime, where you can find most of the stuff that we're going to discuss. If it's not in stock now, it's probably on its way. So you should definitely check it out. And don't forget, if you are new or if you're haven't already, go ahead and click that notification button as well.
Yep. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Let's get into it. And let's get into some leaks. So we only have one, but I think this is going to make a lot of people happy. And that's Bumblebee movie Shockwave. Now, what do you think of this figure? I believe it's Studio Series and a Voyager.
I can't really tell where his head is. I see something there, but I can't really tell about the head. The body looks fine. I just need a little bit more detail with the head. I can't. It looks like something's popped off of it.
Yeah, it's very wide compared to the Shockwave that you grew up with. It's longer. Personally, I like this. I liked this design for Shockwave. I think it's cool. I don't have a Shockwave in my collection. I probably still won't pick it up because of prices, but I mean, it's going to be like $35-$40, but it looks nice, and I think a lot of people will be happy with this.
Yeah, I the head is throwing me for some reason. I like everything else about it though. I do wish the purple was a little bit darker, but otherwise, take a line out of your book. It looks good for what it is.
Yeah. The alt mode is kind of what you expected. It's just an H-Tank. There's nothing very special about it. It's going off of the Legends figure. But again, I think this is quite servable. I understand why he's not a gun anymore. I prefer him to be like a spaceship instead of a tank, because Megatron turns into the tank. I think Shockwave should turn to a big spaceship gun. But, this is still good.
I really like the details around the hose.
Yeah.
it looks like there could be some serious damage going on with whatever's charging up in that hose to the gun. So the alt mode is, I guess it is what it is. It kind of looks like he's doing Pilates or something like that, but it's a Cybertronian vehicle, and that's what I'm claiming it to be.
Well, yeah, and it's a Cybertronian vehicle that you can still kind of tell what it is, which is always a plus.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Yeah, I don't think I will either. I don't think that's very surprising if you've watched the show before, but I do think it looks nice. So for just announced, the first thing is at the Dollar Tree, and that's a G1 Transformers calendar. So this is pretty cool. And if I see this, I might pick it up, honestly, for $1.25 now, because it's the $1.25 tree now. I would pick this up.
As much as I love G1, I don't think I would pick this up. I actually don't have anywhere to put it, and I would forget to change the months, so it would stay on January until like April, and then somebody will see it and say, hey, it's April now. Then I change it to April, and September it'd still be on April. So I'm not really good with the flip calendars.
All right, well, I think you should still buy it because it's $1.25. So let's move on to this. So this is the 40th anniversary Retro Blaster. These pictures are courtesy of 2005 boards members Predaking and Dark Jedi. So as you can see, it's not yellowed, but there's two things about this that stuck out to me were that they did not use that vacuum chrome for Steel Jaws missiles or guns or whatever they are. And he has on the clear part of the chest, they have like some deco, which I think is a little interesting.
So I like the way the new one looks, actually. And we're talking about the one.
Oh, I wasn't. Yes. I wasn't knocking it. I'm just saying I found that interesting. It looks the same, honestly.
I mean, I'm seeing subtle differences that you've kind of pointed out. I mean, the red around the crotch area, on the sides of where the rub sign is, on the newer one. It looks like there's just a little bit more detail in there, I think. I did pre-order this, so I'll be happy to get something that actually looks even though it's the same figure, it looks a tad bit different.
Yeah. And here are the tapes. So again, the picture's a little blurry, but you can really see the difference between the two. And the fact that they didn't use that gold chrome, I don't know what it is, but it looks like a mustard color. And I do not like it.
I don't like the weapons. I like the new colors. I like the black legs. I like the designs of the tape on there.
Yes.
But I do not like that mustard, like almost like a mustard green or something like that. Maybe.
And that might be just. Yes, and that might be just because it's right next to the bright yellow that it looks like that. But I still think they should have just done the chrome.
Same.
And here are the bot modes, and here you can see a lot more differences between the two, but it doesn't look bad. It just looks slightly different.
Right. And it's a good different. It's nothing that, as a G1er myself, it's not something that I'm like, oh man, why do they do this? This is terrible, da 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 da. It's just, subtly different, there's different, some things are painted, like the little dial is gray on the new one versus it just being solid red on the old one. So I'm good with it. I like it. Makes me feel like I'm getting a different figure to some degree.
A little bit,
slightly.
Next, slightly. So this is something that struck out to me that I think you would like. So this is the MDLX Optimus Prime Year of the Dragon Edition by 3-0. So it actually has two characters on both of his shoulders. One represents the fifth character in the traditional Chinese sequencing system, and the other one represents the Year of the Dragon. So that's kind of cool. I really like that gold axe. I think that is amazing. I think this figure is really cool. It's a shame that it doesn't transform.
I'm right there with you. As soon as it came up, I was like, ooh. And then I was like, oh. You know, it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Almost to the point where I don't know. That it's tempting.
Uh-oh.
Not gonna do it, but it is tempting.
Tempting for you is like already 3 feet over the goal line.
I don't know. I like the dragon on the windshield. I mean, it looks really, really cool. I like the designs on the arms. I mean, it does look really, really good.
I think you should get it.
I know you do.
Let's keep it. And Funbee Studios has shown off more of their Transmutate. So again, it looks, I think, like the character in the show. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but it looks good for what it is. That's all I have to say about it.
Honestly, I remember before I watched Beast Wars and I saw this character, I was just like, they're making a crossover between Transformers and that movie AI. And that's what it just brought me back to that. So, yeah, again, it is what it is. It's not something that I would pick up, but it does look I like the detail. It has a lot of detail in there, and it looks good for what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Great resemblance of the character.
Keeping on with Funbee Studios, we've got I guess they're working with Collector's Crafts, and they're an official dealer of Funbee Studios' work, which is kind of cool. So they did the Scorponok gun, which I think looks pretty good. I actually like how this looks. It'll be $25 for the gun. I guess they also came out with the spear. That's also $25, or you could get both of them for $45. I don't know if I'd spend $25 on this, even though it's a big chunk of plastic, but it does look nice.
Looks very good. I bought the DNA upgrade kit, so or both upgrade kits, so I kind of have this. But if I didn't, I probably would be looking into this.
Yeah, I think it looks good. So let us know if you pick it up or think about picking it up in the comments below. Next, we've got a DNA Design DK48 Apelink. So I think they showed this off, and we both said it was Apelink. But the interesting thing is this is actually for the Rise of the Beast Ultimate Optimus Primal. So if you remember, they released the bigger version in Takara. That was like $60, and we both said it was too expensive.
But you liked it.
I thought it was decent. You liked it too. You said you were going to get it because of the lights and sounds and stuff. You did. You said you really liked that, and you were thinking about it. Then it came out that it was $60, and you said no. Anyways, so it's going to have like a new mask, arm plates, and shoulder pads and stuff, and probably a little bit more. We don't know quite yet. I think this is cool. So you could have Apelink in your collection, because he was, one of the first Transformers you saw in the movie. So I think it'll be a little cool to have him if you collected this line.
This looks great. It looks really good. Again, we didn't pick this up, so no need to spend too much time on it. If seeing this mask, it reminds me of an anime I watched, Bleach, and the hollows in Bleach. That's the first thing I thought about when I saw this. But I do think it looks good. If I had this character, I probably would look into picking this up. Again, depending on the price, because now we're looking at $60 for the figure and probably $30 for this, so $20-$30
at least 20. Yeah, at least $20, so if not more. Next, we've got this is by Tian Yi Design Studio. Now, do you know what this is, Bobby?
I do not know what this is.
Okay, so I may be wrong, but I believe this is the backpack to Revenge of the Fallen Prime when he gets Jetfire.
Okay.
I could be wrong. But I don't know what it's for. They just said the company name on, where I found this post, and that was it. So I think it'll just be an upgrade set for the Masterpiece or for the Studio series, and you could just click it on his back.
I was thinking that it was probably something from one of the movies. I couldn't tell you which one. It looks really good though. There seems to be like a lot of detail in here, and it looks really, really good. I would love to see how it looks in color, but the details in the thrusters and just all the way around it looks really, really good.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
I was expecting you to say, but you won't be picking it up.
That was a given. As soon as you said movie figure, that was probably going to be my key to not pick that up.
So let's keep this upgrade set, ride going, and look at this. So this is from a company called Super Make or Super Make, I don't know, and it's a add-on kit for the animated universe Optimus Prime, which was to make it like the Wing Saber. I don't remember what it was called in animated, but what do you think about this?
Oh, I thought this was by Matrix Workshop, since that's what it says at the bottom there. But
oh, maybe it is. I don't know. That's what they said.
No, I get it. I'm watching animated right now, and I think I'm started season 3. I don't remember seeing anything like this so far. I'm not picking up the figure. I still don't like the way the characters look. So I think, to say something nice about it, I like how everything tabs together in the back there. It looks like it's, he can hold everything, which is kind of cool.
I think that's for truck mode.
That works
too. Put it on the back. Yeah. I think it looks nice for what it is. I mean, I'm not going to be picking this up, but we'll talk about that figure in a little bit. But this particular kit looks nice.
Yeah, I love the colors of it. It looks well made. Again, yeah. A lot of details in there. It's the details that make a big difference.
And if it is by Matrix Workshop, which it looks like you're right, I have a few of their kits when I was buying upgrade sets, and they're pretty good quality.
Okay. I don't think I've picked up any of their stuff.
So I think this is where I got mixed up, is we have 2 upgrade sets for animated Optimus, and this one's by Super Make. That's where I got mixed up.
That makes sense.
So this is a filler set. Yeah, so this is a filler set, and it really helps fill out that. I think that's his back.
That's
I haven't seen it. Something could cover it. I don't know. I haven't seen any reviews on this figure, but either which way, it looks a lot better.
It does, and I like when they do these kits, and it's just one piece that covers like a whole lot of the waffling that we talk about. That looks good. I don't really like where you have to keep putting in little pieces here, and here, and I like how it's just one piece that slides in and covers up the whole thing.
Well, there still are a lot of little pieces. As you can see, the back of his arms get it, his legs get it. He has a little slit for the mushroom peg for his waist, and how they have to leave a little bit of air so it doesn't get too tight. They have a slit for that to cover that. And I guess they actually have something so he could hold his axe like this in vehicle mode. And I think this is kind of cool because it looks like he has a mohawk.
Yeah. It's. I like how the red of the hood of the vehicle goes into the silver in the axe and kind of curves over it, so it looks like it's almost even. Again, this is and I didn't like animated characters. I didn't collect any of them. So for those who love animated or like animated, go for it. I wonder how much this kit's gonna be.
Yeah, there's a lot of these random upgrade set manufacturers out there now, so I don't even know where you could get this. So time will tell. Let's move on to these. So render form, which we both met, is doing a DK3 breaker with a toy head. So I think that's the blue one. And then they're doing a Velocitron Burnout to give her a Diaclone styled head, which does look actually really nice. I wish Hasbro did that for this repaint. Both of them look great. I have no complaints about either of them.
I don't have any complaints about them either. I know I was looking at picking up I think it was the Toxitron Mirage, where they were doing the Crasher heads.
Yes.
And the price point kicked me out from picking that up, so I don't know what these are going to cost. But as you say, they look good for what they are. I don't think I would pay for the heads, though.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not going to pick these up, but I think that they're well sculpted and well painted. And I can see if, let's say, you really loved Diaclone,
right?
You'd be picking these up just to finish off these characters. I could totally see that, but it's just not,
I did buy I did buy another Mirage, planning on buying the head, and then when you told me what the price of the heads were going to be, I was just like, oh, wait a minute, let me go ahead and take this Mirage back, which I still haven't done.
And the price. Well, go ahead and do that and get yourself a Christmas present. But I don't, knock him for having the prices as high as he does, because he is one guy making them. It's just, it would have to be something I really wanted for me.
That's what it is. Yeah. The price point isn't. It's not necessary that the prices are too high. It's too much for me to pay for a figure that I don't love.
It's too much for that character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we've got this. So Bayway is doing TW 1030. I could put this in upgrade sets, but I think it's kind of an accessory. And this is just a minifigure. It's Rise of the Beasts. What was his name? Noah. Yes. I think this looks so much better than Hasbro's attempt. Yeah, it doesn't transform, but this is what Hasbro should have given us, honestly.
I wish I could argue with you. I feel the same way. There's a lot of detail in there, a lot of detail in the molding and things, and this works for me. Noah didn't transform in the movie, so I understand making him a transformer. Totally understand it, totally get it. I just didn't like the way they did it.
Yeah, and they could have packaged him with a Mirage,
right,
as like a Voyager size, have Mirage, and then have a little non-transforming Noah, and I think that would have been just fine.
Yeah. I mean, and again, as we always say, it's a difference when, if as a kid, I would have probably been all over it. Like, I want this, as an adult collector, I'm a little, this is going to sound weird, I'm a little pickier, but even though I buy a lot of stuff, it was just something that didn't do it for me.
Yeah. And I think if they repainted that thing, it looks like a fun figure, just not as Noah. But that's not even the figure we're talking about. This thing looks great. I want to see it in color. I won't be picking it up, but I'm happy for all of the masterpiece movie collectors out there that they could get a good figure of this. Because I didn't think we'd ever be seeing this, to be quite honest with you. No, nothing on that. They just showed this picture.
Okay, I was thinking
it's Byway, so I'm assuming it's small.
I was thinking you were looking at adding this for your Dark Savior.
If they make it black.
That's what I was...
But if it's cheap, if it's like $10 in black, maybe. But I don't think it's going to be that cheap.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on. So Super Make or whatever is doing a cannon for the leader class Megatron. So it actually kind of fills in this Megatron. Something that it was kind of missing. So I think this looks really nice.
I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah. And I think it's really cool that they had the foresight that you could combine it into this big shoulder cannon, and it looks better. And I really like this pose too. So I think this was a win. If I had this figure, I was planning on getting this Megatron, I'd probably be picking this up.
Yeah, I can't argue with you as well on this one. I like that it's blast effect compatible as well.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. Again, it's the detail that's in it. It doesn't look lazy. It looks like they've tried to sculpt some detail in there, which looks really good.
Yeah, I think they did a good job. Okay, lastly, for the last upgrade set, we have, I think, an official one. I could be wrong, but this is Magic Square's B35 Blues water slide decals. So they're coming out with their own decals for their Jazz, and I'm honestly surprised that it has real Autobot symbols on it.
That's actually, I didn't even think about that. I think these decals do wonders for this.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The when we talked about this the first time, I said it looked like, kind of like, some s'mores or something like that, like some marshmallows or something like that. It just didn't look, like it was a quality there, which I'm not knocking their quality at all. It just didn't look, good to me. This makes it look really good. This would, being a dabbler, this would almost make me dabble into this figure from Magic Square.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it looks really cool, especially with the stickers. I mean, that's the thing that makes it.
It looks good with the stickers. Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some updates. Now we got a lot of pictures by Notrab. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that. On Weibo, he did some really good photography, and I thought it would be a good chance to talk about some Hasbro releases coming out. First thing is Year of the Dragon Crimson Flame. So what do you think of this dragon mode?
Looks better in this picture.
All of these look better now that they're in the hands of fans. I don't know what who Hasbro is hiring, but all of them look better, in my opinion. But I think this looks okay. I really like the color palette. I like the yellow, I like the red, and I like the black. I think they go together really well.
Yeah, I mean, when this was first released, I thought about picking it up, and then we saw the other pictures, and I was just like, no, this is totally not going to make it into my collection. This would be one of those things that I'd be like, oh, this looks good. I might pick it up.
Yeah, it does not look bad. And here are the bot mode picks. Again, I don't hate it. I like the change in color. I like that it went from a lot of black to a little bit of black in robot mode. I like that the yellow is a little more pronounced around the skirt area. I don't know what that would be called. And the head sculpt's on point. They did a great job sculpting that head. It's still too small and still too old of an old mold for me to pick up. But I think, this is decent, and I could see why people would be picking this up now.
As much as I talk about, I don't really like samurai figures and things like that. When they talk about like Year of the Dragon, or then I actually, I'm like, okay, I can associate it with something. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to pick this up either, but it does look better. When I first saw it, I thought I was going to pick it up. Then we saw some pictures. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. This is pushing me more towards, hey, I would look into getting this, but again, the price point for it is going to push me back out. But I
think
really
it's only like $35. So, I mean, that's not horrible. I was expecting more, honestly.
Yeah. I really don't like the alt mode. Still, I still don't like the foot on the head, or like right on the back of the head, but I really do like the weapon. I really do like his staff. That's really cool. The armor looks good. The midsection, how the yellow and orange blend in there, that looks really good.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we also took pictures of the Megatron we just talked about, and again, this looks a lot better in hand than the pictures that we've seen so far. It looks like it has some really good posability that we haven't seen in a lot of Transformers lately. It's actually silver painted, which I don't think we've seen on a Megatron in forever. And I think it looks great. It's still too small for the price point, in my opinion. And that cannon, it looks too skinny. The front end of it, you know what I mean?
The barrel.
I feel like it should be the barrel should be a little bit more of a presence. I don't know. But it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a reference to my Megatron, I would say. I think the bot mode looks great. I do not like the alt modes on this figure, but this looks really good. Again, the red in his arms looks really, really pronounced. So it looks really good. I can't say that I'm on the fence for picking this up because I don't think I'm going to pick it up, but it does look better, as you said, in hand images.
Yeah, I agree. Next, we've got animated Optimus Prime, and this is where they start falling apart. It looks better than what we originally saw with some of the in-hand images, but I still think that chest is way too big. Way too big. He doesn't look like an Optimus to me. I mean, yeah, he has the colors. He looks like a Brawn. Does that make sense? Like something like that. He doesn't look like Optimus. Yeah, exactly. But I'll give it one positive. That head sculpt, even if you don't like animated Optimus, which I don't think you do, that head sculpt's really, really nice.
I was literally going to say this picture of the face looks better than what I remember seeing the first time. You're right. I don't like this version of Optimus, but it doesn't look as bad as, when it was first shown.
Yeah. Yes. I still don't like
he does look like a mean mug, though.
Yeah. Well, I like that. I think all Transformers should have that. But I think this looks good. I just can't get over the proportions. It's, I feel like if they lengthened him a little bit.
Yeah, he does look. Now that I'm watching the show, he does look taller on TV than what this is,
and skinnier, and more of a superhero proportions. This is just like a big circle with legs. To me, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now that I can see what, it definitely needs to be taller and thinner, but. Yeah, this is still going to be a easy pass for me on this one.
Yeah, me too. But next we've got animated Bumblebee, and I think this one looks really, really nice. I'm still not going to pick it up because of the price point, because it's like 3 inches tall at $25. So let's say 30 with taxes and all that stuff. Fine, we'll go 28 and a half, whatever. But I really like it. Like, I've always liked animated Bumblebee, his design, and I don't really have a Bumblebee in my collection, and I wouldn't mind putting this as the main focal point for Bumblebee because I don't really like G1 Bumblebee. I think he's a kind of boring design. Sue me, he doesn't have much personality besides the horns. And this one, I like the stripe. I liked the Autobot symbol. I like that he's like a little cop car, Mini Cooper thing. I think that all makes sense. And I've always liked this head as well. I think it's unique. So if they come out with the Wasp, I will eat that cost, though.
I literally just saw the episode where Wasp got introduced in. So, yeah, I will be passing on both of these. This, again, not my Bumblebee. I don't like the face at all, which is, again, the issue I have with animated. The alt mode is fine. I like that the wheels are not like pegged, where they show the pegs.
Yes.
So they did do good on the wheels on this. I know that's something that we saw. Now that I know what his little stingers are, I can see why he has those in the thrusters and stuff like that. So it makes a little bit more sense to me now that I've seen the show. And I guess it's a good rendition of the figure on the show.
But yeah, I really like this.
Where I leave it.
Yeah, I might pick this up, if I see it in store and I'm having a weak, day where I want something, because I don't think it looks bad at all. And like you said, the wheels, they're not only not on like mushroom pegs or whatever they're called, they're also painted. The rims are painted and the lights are painted on the front, the headlights. We haven't seen a lot of that recently.
Yeah. This isn't a bad figure at all. It's just not my continuum.
Yeah. So Tone Zone, which is also Isaac Ryan, I'm assuming they're the same people, showed off the United Inferniac Universe Magnus. It's a little dark with the black background. And again, it looks better, but I still don't like it.
It does look better. But yeah, I don't think I'll be picking up any other Rock Lord people.
Yeah, if it turned into an actual like lump of coal or something, like an actual rock, I would be more inclined than a car that has rock on top of it. I still don't, and there were pictures of the alt mode, and I left them out because nothing really changed from when we looked at it before. But I also don't understand it. It makes no sense. Just give me a lump of rock, and I'll actually buy that because it's unique, But a rock truck, that's stupid, in my opinion.
I didn't buy Rock Lords, so that was if it turned into a rock or if it turned into a vehicle, I wasn't going to pick it up.
I would have bought one for the novelty of it.
I don't think I could have. I don't think I could have.
Well, let's keep it going. And they finally came out with some better pictures of this. So G1 Endless Equipment Poseidon, which is obviously Trypticon. So TF Upgrader actually has this available for pre-order. I've never used them. This is not a sponsored by any means. So go pre-order at your own risk. But here we got some better images of it. It looks pretty much exactly like we expected it to.
A scaled down version of Titan's Trypticon.
Yeah. It looks good. I have no hatred towards it whatsoever. Here are the other modes. Again, it's what we expected.
I hope that something else comes out. I don't want to scale down Trypticon. I do want a Legends size Trypticon to go with the Metroplex that I finally got, but I want it to look different than this, because this basically looks like a scaled down knockoff.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So
yeah, you want that same company to make a Trypticon,
right? So I think I will be passing on this. I already have the Titan class, so no need to get this.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But let's keep moving on. So very thematically appropriate, King Toys put out this picture of Stegacero saying, Jianlin is cold and the wind is blowing, and it is also the winter solstice of the year. Although the days are short, friendship is long, and reunion on winter nights brings peace of mind. So they're just kind of teasing it, showing it off. I think you'll probably get this in hand before Chinese New Year.
That would be great. I'm just surprised that they got me again. I initially was out. I was out on the Predaking initially when I saw them announced, and then I saw them in grayscale, and then I was even out when they first got released, and then I got them on sale. I don't remember if it was a holiday sale or what. I got 3 of them on sale, and then I was sold on the whole set. And then these, same thing. I was like, oh, these are terrible looking. They show them in color, the actual figure in color. And I was like, oh, might be doing a little bit different here. And so they got me again. I just hope they don't do a gold version. I don't need to buy a gold version.
Yeah, they probably will, and you'll probably get it.
I know. Stop putting it on me.
Let's get into some Legends territory, and this is Ironwork Romances IRS. That's funny. 01 Bloody Asura. So it's like the Samurai Iron Factory figures as Rampage, and he's like an Oni, I'm assuming. And it looks good. Again, I hate to say this for what it is, but it's definitely not for me.
I still, if this was MP size, would you get it?
No.
So this is where you like, I think I know you, and then you change on me. I thought you would love this figure.
I don't. I guess it's because I don't have a normal Rampage. Even if it's a stylized one, this is way too far. I don't like the 6 arms. It doesn't make sense. I want him to have the shoulders. I want him to turn into a tank as well as a crab. And I don't like that the crab head is like his ginormous belt buckle. I do not like that. I mean, it's fine for a priest, but you know.
It's from Texas. It got the the big belt buckle.
Yeah.
I don't have a connection with the character. I'm familiar with the character, but I don't like this. I like the weapons. The weapons are kind of cool. Looks like you can definitely do some damage there. I like the little thing behind his back. It looks like it's lit up.
I think that might just be Photoshop.
Oh, well.
I don't know if that's included. It looks like they just added something.
Okay, well, it looks cool if it is something that you can take behind his back. If it's not, then oh well, that's something else that keeps me from buying this figure as well. But I guess that's about it.
Yeah. Taking it out of Rampage, though, they did a great job with this alt mode. And I think they painted it well. It's creepy. It looks like a creepy crawly crab. It's not Rampage by any stretch of the imagination. But again, I think they did a good job with this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crab,
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, it's like a demon crab. It goes further than a normal crab. You know what I mean?
No, it reminds me of, again, I talked about Bleach earlier. It looks like a hollow from Bleach. They have like this white skull face, and so it fits in with those, and they can look like any type of anything. So you can see a crab looking one. So this makes sense. It looks like it would be a crossover figure with Bleach.
There you go.
That would actually make me pick it up potentially.
I was gonna say, there you go. Go have a Bleach crossover shelf now.
Not gonna happen.
Lastly, we've got these two. No new pictures or anything, but the final price, or the final overseas price, has been revealed. It's $140 for the purple one and $130 for the tan one. What do you think about those prices?
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how much I paid?
If you paid for them already, I don't think you could pay for them yet.
Oh, I did.
Oh.
It got sent out.
Oh, really? Oh, that's not what I saw. So we should be moved to the next section, recently released. That's way too expensive for me for these things. They look great, but I have no connection to them whatsoever, and it's not worth $140.
Oh man.
To me.
When you say it out loud like that, it doesn't sound like that to me either. I literally just paid for it.
I mean, that's almost $300, $270 for both of these. To me, that ain't worth it. I mean, $140 for just the purple one is not worth it either. I thought these were going to be like
$100,
$89 to $100 because when the other ones came out, they were originally $60.
Were they when they first
the
came
snipers
out?
when they first came out, and then they kept raising the prices because
Oh, I thought they were
demand
$90
comes out,
when they
yeah.
first came out, but
they were $60.
I do like the Gatling gun. I do like the way they look. I have the tan one just got sent out, or maybe I know I just paid it yesterday, so maybe it didn't get sent out yet. It's just it's coming in, and I paid off my pre-order.
Yeah. So
jeez.
Either which way, I'm not going to be picking these up, even though they look good.
Yeah. Well, I guess they'll be in my January haul.
There you go. There's only one thing that's been recently released, so let's go over it real quickly, and that is all of the KO Seekers. So, I don't know if you need any of them, Bobby, but you could go ahead and get them. Ramjet is available now. I know that one wasn't available when we talked about these in the past episode, but they are available now.
I just wonder why they didn't put the tail fins.
This is just a picture of some G1 Seekers I found online. They're not the actual listings ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do know that when I saw this at a couple of stores, it had a similar photo, so that's why I was wondering. But yeah.
And I think they're leaving off pieces on purpose to make it look a little different, so they don't think it's a KO, because that's smart. But whatever.
Yeah, no, you can't leave off those things because then it looks like it's it's neutered. It's what you would. It's something that happens when you buy like somebody's listing off of eBay, and they have like a bunch of figures, and some are missing things, and these just look incomplete. So the original 3 look fine, but those cone heads definitely are missing some stuff.
And if you buy them, I'm sure there would be complete.
Yeah, they should be there. They better be there.
But do you need any of these?
I do not. I do have all of the jets, so I'm good there.
All right. Well, that is everything we have. Have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate it. If you don't, happy holidays. And Bobby, what should they do this weekend?
If you haven't already, again, please subscribe. If you saw anything on here, go check out the Chosen Prime to pick those up. If you are new around here, go ahead and click that notification bell so you'll see all the new news that we have. And again, we do have some new stuff coming for the new year. Just waiting for James to get his life together and my life together, so we can
it's gonna be like
bring those details to you. Please comment. We really enjoy the comments, and also share the video. Share right now. Families together, share it with everybody there. Even if they don't know what Transformers are, tell them to look it up, and that there's 2 totally different guys that talk about plastic crack online twice a week at least. So I think I covered everything.
I just wanted to say, comment down below if you get anything for Christmas. We'd love to hear about it. All right. We will see you guys later, and happy holidays.
Yes. As always, to all debates are won. See you soon.